Hello and welcome to another manga spotlight. This is Cosmic Censorship, a series by Sadamatsu Ryuichi. Best way I can describe this series would be it is the Terminator with aliens, mechs, and exosuits. So the description: the future cannot be changed. In 2019, former track and field member Maki Makino meets a mysterious man with sunglasses on her way to school who saves her life. That encounter connects her to her past and future. Presented with overwhelming power, a boy meets girl story opens up here with unpredictable results. So the series came out in 2020, but it didn't start getting fan translated until last month. So yeah, our main character is this young girl named Maki. She is in high school, and like the summary says, she's in the track and field. And we get a bit of her backstory through a flashback. So basically, there's these events called meteors. The Earth is just being pummeled by meteor showers every once in a while, and it's just kind of become an everyday thing. So cities are getting like destroyed and stuff like that by these meteorites. And 10 years ago, Maki was involved in one of these meteorite incidents. It knocked a building practically on top of her. She ended up fracturing her leg as well as almost dying because she was kind of like buried in this rubble when this mysterious man showed up. And he was able to help lift some of the rubble enough for her to crawl through. And he told her to run as fast as you can so the rest of the building doesn't fall on top of you. So she runs away. She never hears what happened to this guy because this guy was trapped down there with her. We find out that basically her leg, it wasn't just cut, it was actually fractured. The doctors were healing her, but they told her that she most likely will never walk again. But she proved them wrong. Not only was she able to walk, but she eventually was able to run, and now she's like the number one student in the track and field club for her school. And so she carries this little talisman charm that has a piece of her fractured leg bone inside of it. Basically, it was like a compound fracture. Some of the bones broke off. They weren't able to put it all back together again. And her mom said, we're going to make it into a charm as good luck because you proved the doctors wrong. They said that you might never walk again, but not only are you walking, but you're running. And you're like on the track and field team and you're number one on the team. So this is going to be your good luck charm. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's going to play a part in a moment. So, she's on her way to school. She's running. She's going to run to school. And as she's running, this mysterious guy with sunglasses, runs past her. And as he runs past her, he turns and he looks at her. And she takes that as a challenge. So she kind of runs past him. And then the two of them are trying to outrun each other. As they're outrunning each other, they eventually take a break. They start chatting and stuff. And he finds out that she's on the track and field. And that's when she explains her story and things. They say their goodbyes are about to leave when meteorites show up. And a bunch of meteorites start pelting the place that they're near. And he tells her to run. You got to get out of here fast. But she runs in the opposite direction that he tells her to. And a meteorite impacts this military truck, which flies towards her. And he kind of pushes her out of the way. And she apologizes for not listening to him. He's like, it's all right. I'm good. Her things get knocked out on the floor. He helps her pick them all up. They say their farewells, and then she leaves. And as she's leaving, one of the soldiers kind of looks at the truck that just almost hit them, and he sees this giant handprint on the roof, like something had pushed it. And he's like, what the hell is that? And our main character is talking to himself. He's like, damn it, it's a bad habit. I saved her on impulse. She was fated to die here, though. And eventually what happens is the talisman that she had, she accidentally switched it with the sunglasses dude's talisman. I'm just going to name the sunglasses dude. You find his name a little bit later on. His name is Roger Penrose. It's obviously an alias, but that's the only name we're given. I was like, that's kind of a weird name to give to a main character in in a manga, Roger Penrose. And I looked it up. Apparently, it's actually a real person who was like a mathematician who discovered black holes, or like his claim to fame is something to do with black holes. So I wonder if black holes are going to play a huge part in this series. But basically, Roger's talisman, like he has one of his own, got switched with Maki's when he was helping her pick up all of hers after he tackled her out of the way. And she discovers that his is kind of different. His has some like weird technology in it. And because of that, she ends up getting tracked by this alien creature, this giant alien that almost kills her until Roger shows up and saves the day. And Roger saves her by summoning this giant mech that he calls Satorian. And eventually he has a talk with Maki and he explains who he is. And he's from the future. And in his future, Earth is basically like destroyed. It's just post-apocalyptic. It's terrible. And so they've discovered through their technology and stuff like that they can look up news articles and stuff where meteorites hit. And they can go back in time to when those moments are supposed to happen. And he explains to her that they're not meteorites. They're actually aliens. Aliens are the ones that are falling to the Earth and hitting places and causing destructions and killing humans and stuff like that. It's just meteorites is kind of the story that's used and told to the public. So he's part of this cosmic censorship. Their job is to go back into the past, find out when these meteor moments happen, where they happen, and then get down there and kill these alien creatures before they can cause too much trouble. He's hoping that, him and his group are hoping that if they're able to destroy enough of these aliens before they're able to cause trouble, then they might be able to prevent their terrible future from happening. And he explains to Maki that you were supposed to die on multiple occasions. I was actually the one buried under the rubble with you that saved you. You were supposed to die that day. Later on, when the truck was about to fall on you, you were supposed to die then too. And then another night, I need you to come to the school building rooftop at night because I need to use you as bait to lure out this alien. And she actually questions him later on after he fights the alien. She's like, you said that I was going to die if I came to the school, if you hadn't have saved me. But if I didn't come to the school, like if you didn't use me as bait, then I wouldn't have died, right? And then that's when she gets the message from her sister asking to borrow something from her. And she's like, oh yeah, I can get it for you. It's in my locker. So then that's when he explains, no matter what, you were fated to go to that school. Like if I didn't tell you to go there to lure you, to use you as bait, you would have gone there on your own to pick up something for your sister. So yeah, basically you're fated to die. And I keep saving you. And later on, more cosmic censorship people start showing up and they kind of are trying to take out Maki. Not by taking her out, I don't necessarily mean kill her, but they're trying to stop her from being involved with Roger because they explain that every time Roger gets involved with you, the future changes. And because things are changing, it's hard for us to predict when the meteorites are going to show up because the story is constantly changing. But because you were saved that day, this news article that talks about your death is false, which then means that a bunch of other articles on the meteorites are going to end up being false too. So now we're having trouble discovering which ones are true and which ones are false. So every time Roger saves you, it causes more trouble for us. So now it becomes a thing where not only does he go back in time to save the city, but now he's back in time to save Maki from other people who have gone back in time. So yeah, it becomes this whole like Terminator with aliens. And I say mechs because Roger uses a giant mech, like I said, called Satorian to fight aliens. I say exosuits because one of the other cosmic censorships that go back into the past, she uses like an exosuit. Not necessarily like Iron Man. This is more of, I would say maybe like Muv-Love kind of suit. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, she uses an exosuit to help fight the aliens. So yeah, it's this weird series of this guy going back in time to try to save the world from an alien invasion while at the same time constantly saving this girl who's fated to die. And now the whole mystery is, why is she fated to die? Why does he keep saving her? Is there some kind of connection between the two of them? I'm trying to wonder, like, did he end up falling in love with her or something? At first I was thinking, oh, maybe she's like his mom or something. But I was like, no, that doesn't really make sense because she was fated to die. So if he hadn't gone back in time to save her, she would have died. So she wouldn't have given birth to him. So he wouldn't have been born to go back in time to save her. It creates this whole paradox. So I'm kind of wondering what's the situation here. Why is he trying to save her despite his orders not to? What's her connection to all this? Why does she seem to be like a target for aliens? So yeah, it's this just nice, cool sci-fi action mystery series. The artwork is great. The characters are good. Like Maki is a good written character. Same with Roger. Like he doesn't come across like an a-hole. He doesn't come across like one of those edgelord emo guys. Like he's very straightforward with her. He's like, yeah, we met before. Here's what happens. Here's what's going down. Like you're already like involved in this, so I might as well tell you like what I know to maybe help you out. So he's not like, one of those cryptic, mysterious guys that you see in a lot of manga series. He's not super edgelordy. He's not like constantly complaining about his world. So he's not like, emo-ish, depressed kind of character. Like there's different ways they could have gone with this character, and the way that they went is pretty good. Like he's very likable. And like I said, like the action is good. You see mechs taking on aliens. You see people in armored suits taking on aliens. Armored suits, not necessarily mechs, but like exosuits. Yeah, you got the whole mystery of Maki and the aliens. What are the aliens doing here? Are they going to be able to change the future and make it better for mankind? So there you go. I'm kind of rambling at this point. This is a good series. So I'll leave a link to where you can read it down below. But go check it out. Cosmic Censorship. Really good series so far. Anyways, there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Hope to see you next time. Later.